Like we have been discussing for several days now, that we really need this DXY to come down. But the only thing we're going to be seeing in DXY is going up because there's a lot of inflation factors right now that are playing out right now, and also interest rate. We are seeing interest rate hike all over the world and even inflation. Is it going to be getting very difficult for people to be living on this earth? We really don't know about that, but we can already predict that things are getting pretty tough for everybody. So let's get into the details for today and get into crypto bubbles. So let's see how the bubbles are reacting for now. Bubbles are spreading out everywhere evenly, and we can see some of them are doing pretty well. Some of them are green right now in the market, but most of the market is still in a pullback, still in a correction, because all the loss of 12%, 13% has only been recovered by a 1 to 2% relief rallies for now. And overall, we can expect market to stay in this kind of sentiment till later in the day. Now we get into our extreme and greed fear. We are in extreme fear right now because we are down to the levels of 20, which we rarely get to see them very often. If we look into long and short ratio in 24 hours, pretty much everybody is now feeling bullish, and about 54% of the market is in long positions. And if you want to see 1 hour, we can see 54 to 45%. So even in 1 hour, the sentiments are reflecting similar situations from 24 hours. If we look into long and short ratios, block rates, it's 51 to 15% long positions, and about in 1 hour we're pretty even Stevens from 49 to 50%. So things are looking very casual here overall. Now we see popular coins market sentiment is pretty neutral around here, but the funding rate is still negative on BTC, which could be a cause of concern for everybody. If we look into ETH is still pretty positive, and lock-in short ratio looks pretty even Stevens, just about a 4% difference, which is similar to BTC scenario as well. Otherwise, if we look into the details, we can see liquidations have been happening quite often now. Grayscale is still pretty negative, it's about 103% negative. So still have to watch out for that. Overall, the money has been flowing pretty much okay. We have 7 million, 5 million coming in and out on block orders. So things do look alright in that. Now we get into startups. Startup, we're gonna be having a Seek Tiger coming out. Seek Tiger is a DAO, allegorical service platform based on Web3. This is gonna be something very interesting because it's gonna help animals, especially tigers. So I am certainly looking forward to that. Now we have Something Exchange that we discussed yesterday has already started and is going about in 18 hours. So get prepared and be ready for it to be coming in the markets very soon. Then we have Bubble Fong, Bubble Baby Shark. Bubble Fong, friends, is inspired by a classic arcade puzzle game. So this is going to be like a children's game that is also going to be, I think, the first or second blockchain game for children. This is going to make some massive waves. Ideally, if you would like, I would suggest you to aim into this project as well. Now, if we see the performance of the coins that we have had in newly listed, we are going to be having Something Exchange coming here in about 21 hours, Seek Tiger coming in 20 hours, and the coins we suggested you, in which we have Zipmex Token, is up about 524% right now. As soon as it started, this is second 4-hour candle that just started, so things are looking very good here. And the next one we suggested was ESG at Swap, which is also performing really well right now. Had massive upside. Now it's having pullback because a lot of selling has already started, but significantly it is still up 55%. So it looks amazing in that scenario as well. So overall, both the startups that we did advise you to get into are looking very good for now. Now we get into news, because news is very important. We have Amazon kicks off dollar bond sale in 7 parts. Treasury yield extends climb after Amazon board sale announced. So after this was announced, we saw a massive downside coming in all markets, especially American markets, and Asian markets earlier in the day had already been tumbling. So this was quite a negative news that it did affect the markets very strongly. The next news we have is from Germany. German wholesale price inflation jumps to 22.6% in March, most since 1962, which is getting out of hand. And because of that too, a European bank stock tumbled on reports that an undisclosed investor had sold large stakes in Germany's biggest lenders, Deutsche Bank and Commerzbank. So obviously the European markets are right now certainly taking hits, because obviously these two banks, and Germany itself is the biggest wholesale country and wholesome country out there that runs the whole EU right now. It's the biggest economy of EU. So definitely this is going to bring in some massive cut as well in the markets, especially for the European markets right now. And I'm sure this is going to creep in some kind of negativity into Asian markets as well. Now if we get into our charts, so we wanted USDT to become pretty downside. We never saw the downside. We're still seeing a massive upside coming in USDT. That is a quite massive concern for us right now, but ideally we would want this to be broken, and hopefully it does happen. For now, we just have to be patient. Right now it's getting closer and closer to coming back in trend, which is not the best sign for us, but just face some kind of rejection as the market had a relief rally. This is the very concern for me right now. We really want this to come into a negative zone. Now if we get into BTC, we can see that BTC has been performing really well, but we're having a bear flag after another bear flag. Here we had a bear flag. If we try to bring the target for this bear flag exactly at this point, so we are still kind of in route and we should be reaching there very soon, which is about 38,000 to 37,000 levels. Right now we are making this zone that is going to be a very key resistance zone for us into a very strong support zone, but whether we're going to hold on to these levels or just make another bear flag and dump down, that is something we really want to watch out for right now in the markets, because we just don't want to have a clear downside coming to in our markets, and we would expect more action to be coming here as well, because that is going to bring us more consolidation period, bring us more positive upside as well in the market. So we just have to be really cautious and watch for that right now. Massive things are happening in the market, so we just have to casually watch out and wait for big movements to be coming in this market right now. It would be very selfish and greedy to just get into trades because you want to get into trade, because the market is not really offering any nice trade setups right now. Let's get into ETH now, and we can clearly see that ETH looks a lot better than BTC overall in its performance as well, because we do know a lot of action is coming into ETH with its hash rate and a lot of mining things. We're going to be moving from proof of stake very soon, and a lot of tests have already started. Now we clearly see here the structure looks very good. Overall we are consolidating here, which is also a very good sign for the market, but whether we're gonna hold these levels or not, that is a very key point for us, and it is very important as well, because we can't predict the market right now, because market is in a clear downtrend. Here also we had a massive bear flag, and now we are making another bear flag. So whether these bear flags are going to bring us back down 2600, that is something we really need to watch out for, because that is the next support level we have, and that would also bring us very close to our weekly uptrend line. But I really don't want to get closer to that line, but we don't have any much choice because the market has been quite bearish right now. First we need the market to just consolidate here, especially for ETH, turn this resistance from the last into a very healthy support, because we had a clear upside rally here and we never had a retest of these zones. So we would want to have a retest of these zones before having a massive upside coming further. AR performed really well in my eyes. Solana performed really well in my eyes because they managed to hold on their gains. AVAX did have a downside. Atom also had a downside, but Atom has been trading between the ranges of 20, 24, 25 to $30. So still looks okay. Still looks a lot better compared to some other coins that had dumped massively. Even Phantom, I would say, looked very good, had a very good upside and still has maintained. It didn't go down all the levels to it had in previous past. Link performed really well. Link went all the way to $16, about $15.5, and has just only come down to $13.5. Very good performance. Luna did take some massive hits, but we can't do pretty much about that, because we do know that Luna's ecosystem is growing right now. They are buying AVAX stablecoin, they're buying Bitcoin on a daily basis. So that's something we really have to watch out for as well in the markets. Even Runa, I would say, did perform really well overall. So we just have to monitor this section right now in the market, and we'll be pretty careful about these trades before aping into something and thinking that the market is going to have a big upside or a downside coming in, because market is in such a place right now, anything can happen in this market. So before you want to get into any kind of trades, just make sure you are not feeling greedy. You're just not doing this trade because you feel like you need to get into this trade, because we really need to have a very good trade setup in the market to enter into a trade positions. So that's all for today's video, guys. I hope you liked today's video. If you do, smash the like button, share your thoughts in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That's what keeps me motivated and make these videos for you guys. So take care, guys. I'm gonna be here for you again tomorrow.